Jason Kelce's shocked reaction when Travis Kelce talks about Coachella 2025 with girlfriend Taylor Swift on New Heights podcast on Monday, April 14th. Jason Kelce, wearing a loose kimono that looked like it had just stepped out of a samurai movie, sat stoically at the microphone in a room filled with tracksuits and old jerseys. Across from him on the screen was Travis Kelce, looking radiant and sunburned in a tank top, a baseball cap pulled back, and grinning like he had just had the best vacation of his life. Jason spoke in a playful tone. "Okay, bro, everybody's waiting." "I'm waiting. You just disappeared from Kansas City for a few days, came back with a smile like you jumped out of a spaceship. Tell me in the world what happened at Coachella." Travis just smiled an annoying smile. Travis started with a warning. "Hey, before you get mad, I just want to say this could be one of the best weekends of my life." Jason raised his eyebrows, crossed his arms over his chest. "I'm listening, and I'm skeptical." Travis laughed and lowered his voice. "Coachella 2025 isn't just about the music, the lights, and the blazing heat. It's about Taylor." Jason frowned, shrugged. "Which Taylor?" Travis laughed. "Taylor Swift, my girlfriend, the one who just took me into a whole new world in the California desert. First reaction?" Jason froze. Jason was silent for a few seconds. His eyes widened, his face tensed. He looked like he just swallowed an ice cube. "Wait, you said you and Taylor went to Coachella together? She was there with you?" Travis nodded, his smugness evident. "Not just together, dressed in matching outfits, held hands the entire time, sat in the audience watching Lana Del Rey, ate midnight burritos under the moon, and took a bunch of vintage Polaroids that she brought with her." Jason leaned back in his chair, staring off into space. I didn't know how to react. I thought they were going on a peaceful vacation or something, not a real Coachella couple." Travis talks about the shooting stars and music moment. Travis began to elaborate. Nights under the starry sky, where Taylor Swift, who was part of the world stage, became an audience member, holding hands with me, immersing herself in the music of other artists. Believe it, Taylor pulled me close, put my hand on her heart while SZA was singing Kill Bill. She said, "I don't know why, but this song makes me want to hug you so tight." Jason looked into the camera, stunned. "Are you kidding me?" Travis shook his head, still smiling. "No kidding. Coachella turned me into a poet." Jason went from shocked to teasing. After a moment, Jason started teasing his brother. "What about the mosh pit? Did you dive into the crowd, or did you just stand next to Taylor and be the deluxe bodyguard?" Travis laughed. "Both. When I saw Kendrick Lamar, I jumped into the crowd a few times, but every time I disappeared, Taylor looked around like, 'Where's Travis?' So I hobbled back, face covered in dust, still grinning." Jason shook his head. "Oh my gosh, I'm living in a Taylor Swift song." Sick surprise, Travis reveals his most private moment. Travis's voice slowed down, a little more emotional than usual. "We were sitting on the hill at sunset. No one noticed, no one bothered us. She looked at me and said, 'You can live in my world, but I want to live in your world in Kansas City with the porch, the barbecue, and the Kelce brothers.'" Jason gasped. "Did she say that?" Travis nodded. "I almost cried." Jason surrenders, but not without warning. Jason's sigh, his voice a mixture of helplessness and happiness. "I never thought I'd live long enough to hear Travis Kelce describe Coachella as an episode of This Is Us, but I'm not going to lie, that sounds pretty awesome." Jason then points to the camera sternly. "But if she writes a song about Coachella and it mentions burritos, Travis, you have to split the royalties with me because I've been helping you practice your podcast talk." After the broadcast, social media exploded with reactions from fans. I can't believe Jason Kelce was so shocked when Travis talked about his love life. Travis talks about Coachella with Taylor like he's writing a love diary. I need a spin-off podcast just for Travis to detail every hour of Coachella. Just hours after the podcast aired, Taylor Swift's secondary Instagram account posted a Polaroid photo of her and Travis sitting on the grass, 2 glasses of soda, the sun setting behind them. The caption was short, "Golden hour with my favorite." Netizens immediately recognized that was the moment Travis was referring to. Following his 12th season in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce took a few weeks to decide on his football future, ultimately electing to return for the 2025 season. A few months into the NFL offseason, Kelce and his superstar girlfriend Taylor Swift have kept a relatively low profile outside of his podcast, New Heights, with his brother. The couple has been together since the beginning of the 2023 NFL season, constantly showing each other support at games or concerts. But according to Chiefs coach Andy Reid, Kelce has still been heavily preparing for his 13th season, chasing a 4th Super Bowl win. "I always like guys to step back after the season, but he wants to come back, and he's training like crazy too," Reid said. Finally, on Sunday, a couple of photos of Kelce working out surfaced online. But the all-pro tight end was getting some work in with a couple of high school players, both of which play in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Chamblee High School quarterback Braden Doss posted one photo with Kelce, while Chamblee's wide receiver Jazz Lewis shared the other. NFL fans appreciated Kelce for helping out the high school athletes, taking to social media to leave their thoughts. "Very cool, love the sneakers," one fan said. "Little did y'all know Travis Kelce has been training, imagine that," added another. "Travis is the GOAT," wrote a third. "Nice pick," commented a fourth. "Good job, Trav," posted a fifth. "Travis, putting in work," added a sixth. According to Chamblee Recruits on X, which is run by Chamblee's director of college recruiting and former NFL star Jamal Lewis, Doss is expected to visit the Cincinnati Bearcats this summer, where Kelce and his brother both played in college. Yet Lewis is not the only former NFL star on Chamblee's staff. Another Baltimore Ravens great safety Ed Reed is the offensive coordinator. They could have had some influence on bringing Kelce in. Up next for the Chiefs is the 2025 NFL Draft on April 24th to 26th, where Kansas City will have the number 31 pick in the first round. The Kansas City Chiefs were lucky enough to have their legendary tight end, Travis Kelce, come back to the team for another season, as several thought that last season would be his last. Much like several other Chief players on the roster, Kelce, too, had a bad taste left in his mouth from the Super Bowl defeat going into the new campaign. Though some may question how often quarterback Patrick Mahomes should target Kelce throughout the season, Kelce hasn't been a 1,000 receiving yard type player in 2 seasons now. Yet his targets have never been less than 100 since his first season in the NFL. Last season, Kelce was targeted 133 times, yet he was only able to bring in 97 of those receptions. While that number is still remarkable, the yards after the catch didn't make up for how many times Kelce was trusted with the pigskin. 16 games last season as well, the Chiefs' tight end brought in 823 receiving yards, which led the team. With several other younger and quicker receivers set to return to the Chiefs for the new season, perhaps it's time for Kelce to see his targets drop below the 100 mark for the first time in 11 seasons. Not to say that Kelce isn't capable of the workload, but it just might be time to start weaving the attention away from him and make his receptions that much more special. Wide receiver Xavier Worthy is a strong candidate to take over that type of workload. The young wide receiver ranked behind Kelce last season when it came to targets, as Mahomes looked to him 98 times, bringing in 59 receptions. Arguably the fastest player on the Chiefs, as he continues to find his footing in the National Football League, he should expect the 100-target seasons that Kelce is used to. Kelce is going into his age 35 to 36 season, giving even more reason to decrease his workload.